Hello everyone, Leo Gonzalez here again, local real estate agent and concerned community member of Moreno Valley. And I wanted to bring this video because this one, if you saw the last one and if you shared it, thank you so much for sharing that video. We got over 60 shares and we're at over 6,000 views and counting, and that's organically. So that's the people getting the message out there. Thank you so much for doing that. This video that I'm about to show you is actually more disturbing than the one that we brought to you in the beginning, and if you didn't see it, the link is right here. You can go ahead and click on it and get caught up so you can somewhat know what we're talking about. But myself with other citizens of the community, we're after a transparency. We're trying to get our elected officials to be more transparent in what exactly they're doing with not only with our money but with the resources that have been entrusted in them. And since then, the update on the 5th high school is that we haven't received anything concrete. We still don't know how much was spent on the land, why the land was purchased, why they're still misusing public funds. But I do have somewhat of good news to report is I did get a chance to meet with Dr. Martin Rex Kiziora, who's the superintendent of MVUSD, and a couple of school board members who did take the time to sit down with us and share some of our concerns. And we were requested to put some of our questions in writing, which I will be doing today by the superintendent. So we'll get those questions, see if we get some answers for the public regarding the proposed 5th high school that we found out we're no longer getting. So in this video, it's actually Mr. Gary Baugh that referred to the public's comments this Tuesday's meeting as fake news. And why this is disturbing to me, because I sat through most of the public comments. There were some that I missed, but I think what he's referring to is Mr. Roy Bleckert's comments regarding the Measure M bond that was passed. And if you don't know what the Measure M bond is a bond that the citizens have to pay back. They had to vote to pass this bond. It's $398 million. And a lot of citizens are upset because they were promised that the state would match the funds if they voted yes on this bond. So basically, the idea that was being presented to the public was that if you vote yes for this $398 million bond, the state was going to go ahead and match another $398 million bond, making almost $800 million for improvement of our schools. Now we have found out that that's not happening either, and that's not what it was, and that's not ever how it was presented, which this is the real juicy part, so please watch till the end of this video because it gets really good. So here's Mr. Bleckert at this Tuesday's meeting asking him where our almost $1 billion of funds are. Here's Mr. Bleckert.
Over our facilities, $1 billion was promise. $398 million for Measure M was the promise. If you pass this is what you will have. You were promised state matching funds. You were on top of that, and separate to that, it was represented that you were going to get a $200 million high school. It's $996 million worth. Where is it? Where's the $250 million, or whatever the number is? We were looking, we were said, or was in the documents that said for the 5th high school, that the portion for the 5th high school was already set aside. If you look at your documents in that facilities report, it's $140 million that has been proposed for that, for the 5th high school. That $70 million would be half of it. It was said the estimate was $200 million for the whole complete phase. That would be $100 million. Somewhere there should be $70 to $100 million sitting somewhere, or was used for something. I've asked the question many times, not getting an answer.
We have a clip of Mr. Gary Baugh himself, the one who referred to his public comments as fake news for political gain. That, I'm summarizing, but essentially that's what he said, that people speaking from the podium are up here spreading fake news about what we do, we referring to the school board, about what we do for political gain. and that's fake news. So here is Mr. Baugh himself on a video that MVUSD did 2 years ago regarding this very fake news that he's claiming.
Improvement in every school, that's what we promised. So as we knocked on doors and talked to people, they were very supportive as long as the money went for facilities and not people. And that's what that $400 million does. And eventually that is to be matched by another $400 million by the state. We don't know when that will happen, but at least for what we can control. And what a boon to this community that we'll have infrastructure help to make this a better community with $400 million in construction. It's just tremendous. To be matched by another $400 million by the state, another $400 million by the state,
There it is. One of the things that I like doing is getting rid of all the fluff and giving people the facts. Clear as day, state matching funds. If we pass this, it'll be great for the community, blah, 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 blah. It passes, now we're not getting it, and people are pissed. So now what do? Oh, when you call them out on it, oh, now it's fake news. We never said that. That was never promised. Where did you hear that from? Well, here's what I have to say. School board member, Mr. Baugh, you're fake news. You misled the public. You told them that they were going to get dollar for dollar matching funds. And now you're telling that the public is fake news? I'll tell you what fake news is, Mr. Baugh. It's you. It's you misleading the public. And you should be ashamed of yourself and the positions that you hold in the community that you claim to live in. I am tired of school board members, any elected official, doing things to mislead the public and then coming back and saying it's your fault, you did it, I had nothing to do with it. Here's the proof, guys. And I encourage every single one of you to share this video and get involved in whatever you feel compelled to get involved in, because it's things like this that that shows them that they can get away with this stuff and no more. No more. They're not going to get away with this anymore. So I encourage you guys to share this video. We're going to try to get answers for you, and when we do, we'll make sure that we publish them. I'm Leo Gonzalez, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.